free Tuesday night going into Wednesday morning. How are you all doing? And if you're not doing great, that sucks. Okay? Because me, I'm absolutely fabulous, having a fantastic time. I've been reading, I've been investigating, I've been exploring, I've been investing time in learning YouTube. Okay. Yeah, I haven't done a while in a couple of days, but it is good to know that you all are still out there and you know that I will be back with some more hit stories, top information from head to toe. And if this is your first time watching the channel, I ask that you share the information with relatives, friends, coworkers, anyone that you come into contact with. It is a magnificent way to jumpstart your conversation. And by all means, press the subscribe button. Okay? And for all of those out there in the chat room, I want to thank you for being here, because you could have been somewhere else with someone else doing something else, but you decided to stop by to see what we had to say. Yes, the camera is not on. Yes, the phone is in my hand. It's not on the tripod tonight, okay? That is correct. The phone is not on the tripod tonight. It is in my HAND. Yeah, I look a little bit tired. Maybe I should move it up that way. Is that better? Does that give you a better view of me? A better vision of what's going on? Because there's a lot going on. But before we get to all of that, have you checked on your mom today? Have you checked on your grandmother today? Have you checked on anyone in your family that shows you love today? What's going on out there? Who would what? What did he say? Who would win a twerk battle, Eminem or Obama? Well, if you ask me truly that question, I would have to say Obama. I don't think Eminem is doing any twerking. However, Obama is the one who said that there's nothing wrong with little boys growing up with a Chester in his life, or someone who is, you know. That's according to Obama, okay? That's not according to me. That's exactly what he said. But I would say that would be Obama versus Eminem. You know, what would Eminem say? Mama, I never meant to hurt you. I never meant to make you cry, but tonight I'm cleaning out my twerk mode. I don't know how that would go. Shouts out to everybody that's out there. I want to thank you for being here. Yeah, maybe if I hold the phone up, maybe you can see my eyes more. Yeah, but we out here working and we tired. Yeah, still on the GRIND, learning the business. And speaking of business, what I found out is about YouTube is that YouTube is a business. And there's a business aspect of YouTube that you have to understand if you are going to be a serious YouTuber like myself. And I myself am striving to be the best version of that I can be while I'm here on YOUTUBE. I have not disappeared. Yeah, in January, when January comes, don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. Yeah, we got a lot of things planned for January. So we just ask that you continue to stay tuned. I know that many of you are like, what's up with the uploads, man? Like, you ain't putting no more minister up. I will finish with the minister. After that, in January, we're moving on. But I have a project right now in my laptop dealing with the minister that I will post sometime tomorrow. That's a promise. I only got like 15 minutes left. I said that maybe a live ago, right? And I still got the same material in my laptop. But I promise you, I will get that out to you all. But like I said, I'm going to pull a Bobby Rush on you. And if you don't know who, excuse me, Bobby Seals, why do I keep saying Bobby Rush? That's the Christian dude. I'm talking about Bobby Seals, former Black Panther, former co-founder who went to become a senator. I'm about to pull one of those moves. Because many people out here refuse to wake up. They refuse to wake up. You have people out here that's content creators that put their lives on the line, that put their channels on the line to awaken people. Not so much as to become a leader, but a mentor. But waking people up right now is not where it's at, especially if you're looking to grow on social media. Waking up on social media and expecting to grow? Nah. You have to have some devout followers. And speak of followers and subscribers, I want to say thank you all for helping me reach, yes, helping me reach the 7,000 subscriber goal. I want to thank each and every one of you all, subscriber, supporter, encourager, everyone who has been on this journey with me to see or help me to succeed into getting 7,000 subscribers. I want to say thank you. And speaking of all of this good news, I finally got a check from YouTube. And with that, I reinvested the money back into myself. I reinvested my money into software that I needed to continue to grow on YouTube. YouTube helped me out. Yeah, they helped me out with that. But they see I'm trying. And all the rest of you haters out there, I'm finding my own lane. I don't want to be in your lane. I don't want to do what you do. I want to do what I do. So let me do me. I'm not trying to disrupt whatever you got going on. I'm working to find my own lane. Okay? So for all of you clowns that's out there, all of you haters, all of you people who like to put hexes on people, man, scratch me off that list, okay? Scratch me off that list, okay? We don't want no problems over here. You know, when you get to a certain age, you don't want to be bothered. You don't want no drama, no madness, no complications. If you run into a bump in the road because of something that you are exploring or are working to accomplish, that's expected, okay? But all of the unnecessary madness is something that we don't need. Just like you have all of these unnecessary killings and stabbings that's going on here in the city of Chicago. You know, from being a resident in the city of Chicago, a lot of gun violence has went down. But knife stabbings have went through the roof. Have they figured out that you can't get ballistics from a knife unless you're actually caught with the weapon? How does that work? Are they learning to become better criminals? Are they learning to become less violent criminals? I mean, every time I turn on WGN, ABC, NBC, CBS, someone got stabbed. And most of the time, it's down by those train tracks, downtown. Like the latest one you had over here near the Wabash and Washington L train station, a 19-year-old young lady and a 15-year-old young man was stabbed by an offender that they didn't even know. Just walked up to them and stabbed them. Yeah. Stabbing is getting kind of crazy out here. It's getting so crazy out here that, do y'all remember that young man whose name does not deserve to be mentioned because he stabbed his mother 26 times and then placed her in a closet and hid the knife under a rug in the living room, and then drove to Wisconsin and told his brother that he can't go back home because he did something bad to their mother? Remember that a couple of years ago? Well, that guy, whose name does not deserve to be mentioned, got 38 years. Let me ask you something. Would you stab your mother to death for asking you to get a job? Would you stab your mother to death for asking you to go wash the dishes? Would you go and stab your mother to death because she punished you by taking away your video game, your cell phone, your privileges of going outside? Would you stab and kill your mother for that? And if you say yes, I would be sad to be your parent. I would be sad to be your parent. In fact, let me give you away right now. Let me turn you over to the adoption agency and everything. Yeah, let me turn you over to the adoption agency. You can get foster home and you can stab all of those people all you like just because the person who gave you birth asked you to go wash some dishes or go find a job, or they disciplined you to show you instructions and guidance over a cell phone that you don't even pay the bill to because you can't afford it. I'm just saying. Would you kill your mama? Would you stab her? Would you say that the devil made you do it? You know, I don't. Would you say the devil made you do it? Hey, who we got out here? Willow I3. You look pretty. Wait, aren't you supposed to say that to the girls? Huh? Gabriel Santos Rosa. Axel from Norway. What's going on? Eminem got better cheeks, but Obama got better movement. Hey, man, I like that. Say you got soul. Unbelievable. What it is, you all. I'm glad that you all are here. Yeah, but would you kill your mama? And for what reason? Besides you being a deranged, ungrateful child. No matter the age, you're still your mother's child. I mean, do you think he would have a shot at claiming insanity? No. No. Do you think he meant to do it? Yes. Was he on the edge of his rocker? Yes. Was he fed up with his mother? Obviously. Obviously. And as for parents, let me tell you parents something. From being a parent to a parent. Sometimes we as parents don't always have the right answers for our children. Sometimes some parents don't even understand their own children. Now, mind you of the generation gap, and mind you that parents have been here before their children that they gave birth to. But the child feels that they know better. Look at my numbers just plunged through the roof. Hey, y'all need to get my numbers back up. Y'all need to get my numbers back up, you dig? Yeah. Needless to say, we don't always have the answers. And we don't always have the advice. Well, in this day and age, you need it. Because if not, you will end up being the child, and your child will end up being the parent because your child will be schooling you. I'm just saying. I'm just keeping it a buck. You all can take that or leave it. That's not even up for argument. People have become so cold in this world. Is it the finances? Is it the Trump administration that we are living under? Is it the pressures of life? Is it society, which we're all living in a human zoo? We're living in a human zoo. No control. Everything goes. Especially if you are on the side of those who are in power. They give you the green light, even though they're wrong. Ain't that right? White House administration. Ain't that right? We know that's right. And if you continue to support a system that is failing you, that was designed for you, meaning the little people to fail, if you continue to support that, what hope do you have for a future, or what hope do you have as your children grow? None. And speaking of futures, some people don't have no future. And it's sad that some people do not have a future because some people want to get out here and act crazy with guns. And by the way, I want to send my condolences out to all of the family members that lost their lives in Bondi Beach, in Sydney, Australia. I want to send my condolences to all of those families that lost their lives over there. Because no one should have to be in fear of celebrating any holiday that they find righteous for them in regards to who they are or their background. That's just keeping it a buck. Why y'all just drop my numbers again? Can I get my numbers back up? Hey, they say I got 10 people in the chat room. I should have 10 likes. I should have 10 more subscribers. I should have people right now, 10 of you all, pressing the like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. We highly appreciate that. Yeah, if you want to support this channel, the best way that you can do it is by pressing the subscribe button. Doesn't cost you one red penny, one silver nickel, one silver dime, not one silver quarter. Just press the subscribe button. Yeah. Stabbing is outrageous. You know, like you had this 73-year-old man that was in Cicero, Illinois, that was stabbed to death by his own nephew, Santos Mendoza. Yeah, stabbed his uncle to death and then proceeded to carjack somebody, but they caught him over here on 119th and Vincennes. I'm glad that they caught his ass. Aren't you? This guy had ghetto birds looking for him and everything. Yeah, the ghetto birds was out to get him. Was it meant for him to get away? Was it meant for him to stab his uncle that was 73 years old? And another incident took place with another 73-year-old in Oak Lawn, road rage. What's his name? D'Angelo, the 41-year-old. Yeah, who pulled out of the gas station, almost sideswiped another car. But then when the other car proceeded to push up in front of him, he decided to like bump them. And these are elderly people. He assaulted a 73-year-old man. Yeah, what's that guy named D'Angelo? What? Do we know his name? Out there in Oak Lawn. Damn, I forgot his name. Maybe his name was not worth mentioning, okay? Maybe his name was not worth mentioning. No, I don't have his name right here. Nope. Don't see it on my notes at all. You know, I have little notes on the side. You know, most people have stickers or something, but if you are a reporter and they have teleprompters, which we don't, I say that creative content creators are better than news reporters because we don't have a teleprompter. Either got to read it straight from your head or just have little notes on the tab on the side. Once again, why did my numbers go down? I don't get it. Can you get those numbers back up? We ain't got to the meat of the story yet, but we got to some of it with the 26-year with the young man who stabbed his mama 26 times. Let me get those numbers up. Now, let's not match the numbers with the likes, okay? Because I know it's more than 4 people in this room. Okay, so I should have more than 4 likes. Now I got 5 people in the room, so I should have 5 likes. Like I said, if this is your first time watching this channel, I ask that you press the subscribe button, hit the notification bell and the word all to help ensure that you get notifications when we upload videos here on YOUTUBE. And press those condiments, the like and the share. Share the information with relatives, friends, co-workers, anyone that you come to contact with. It is a magnificent way to jumpstart your CONVERSATION. Let me get a drink of water here. Good old water. Yeah. What's that guy named D'Angelo? What? Anyway, assaulting elderly people is unacceptable. Assaulting women with children is unacceptable. That's how it was back in the day. Ain't no more back in the day. Anybody can get it, especially when you're living with people who are deranged, have no value of life, have lost it mentally, and some of them have actually given up on life. And those are the type of people that you need to stay away from. That's right. Got 10 people in the room, I need 10 likes. That's what it is. But I want to thank everybody for being here and participating in this LIVE. And also, you can support this channel with a super chat. I forgot to mention that. You can also support this channel with a super chat if you're feeling generous enough or you're able to do so. SUPERCHAT. Also, you can join memberships on this channel. Membership and silver membership. Whatever you feel generous enough to donate or contribute to this channel, make sure that you do that. But most importantly, you can always support this channel free of charge just by pressing the subscribe button. Hey, my thumb likes went up. That's what's up. I appreciate you all. Thank you. Thank you. What do you think should be the sentence for someone who stabs their mother 26 times? What do you think a sentence should be for Santos Mendoza, who stabbed his uncle to death, out there in Cicero, Illinois? What do you think their sentence should be? What do you think the sentence should be when you assault an elderly person? I mean, if you assault an elderly person, shouldn't that be labeled as a hate crime? I mean, because you actually trying to commit a crime or are going to commit a crime or have committed a crime against someone who really can't protect themselves. You don't get no points for that. You don't get no points for that. How many of you all right now, if you were in the street and you saw an elderly person getting bashed up by a younger person, how many of you all would intervene? I guess like no one, because my numbers went back down. How many of you all would do that? How many of you all would risk your life to intervene in the saving of an elderly person that is about to get beat down by a younger person? Ooh, Boosie's grandpa for president. Boosie. Hell, Boosie going to jail, ain't he? Ain't little Boosie going to jail, you all? Yeah, Boosie grandpa, that be me. I take that. But I ain't going to jail. And I don't mess with guns like that, okay? And I really don't listen to Boosie like that. I listen to him sometime, but he's not one of my favorite artists, you know. I grew up like with Mobb Deep, you know, Eric Ben Rakim, you know, Ja Rule, KRS-One, you know, Queen Latifah, you know, Diplomats, of course, Jay-Z, Nas, you know, Cool G Rap, you know, Marley Marl, LL, Cool J, you know, yeah. Not badass Boosie, okay? All of these new rappers are going to jail. All of them going to jail. Because they lacked common sense. Or they did a Ray Charles number. They did a Marvin Gaye number. They did a Minnie Riperton number. They did a Sam Cooke number. Now, what do I mean by that? That means that they forgot about who made them who they are. Yeah, I don't want to be like them people. You know, many people, when they reach the level of success like they have, they tend to have sacrificed something else, a higher form of energy that gave them the talent that they had. And when they left that talent, did you know that they could not face their creator? No, because they sold their souls. Just like many artists today have sold their souls for money. And they end up dead. Dead. If Ray Charles was still here and he can take it back, according to him, he would. He said that if he ever walked into a church again, that God coming, you know, with that stick. When everybody gets successful and they're in the industry and they start doing things that they never really did before they got in the industry, that is going through that door. You know, that Nori's door, you know. You know, you got your side and then you got their side. And sometimes you got to go to their side to get to where you want to go. Just ask Kevin Hart. Yeah. Just ask Usher. Just ask Justin Bieber. You know, I used to ask myself, I was like, you know, man, sometimes when you don't make it in certain businesses or industries, sometimes it's not because you're a failure. Sometimes it's because you wasn't meant to be there. I know that's hard to take, especially for someone like me to say that, because I've been doing this a long time. Sometimes you are not supposed to be there. Y'all think about that, who are chasing success. I've learned this. And many of us fail and stab our mothers and jump on our elderly because we have failed somewhere in life and we're frustrated with that. Or we're deranged, got let out of the mental asylums that was closed by politicians. I mean, think about it, you know. You never know who you're going to encounter in the streets. You don't know. And you can be minding your business, paying for an item at the counter, and the next thing you know, somebody smacks you in the back of the head with a beer can, with a bottle, with a frying pan, stab you, shoot you, don't even know you. Just ask that woman in New York City that was in Macy's, that was stabbed from the back in the changing room by a lady from from Massachusetts, up in New York, changing a baby's diaper. You never know what psychos you're going to run into out here in the street. And speaking of streets, let's get to it. All right. Let's get to it. For all of you gangbangers, all of you people that like to present mob action, all of you people that's under the 5-point star, love, peace, truth, freedom, justice. Yeah. You know, with the cane and the hat, the cane is for strength and the hat is for shelter. Yeah, I know I'm giving up literature right now. I know I'm giving it up. Just like that four-corner hustler chief gave it up, gave up his freedom. Yeah, LeBar, Broman, Span. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know, the big gang chief. West Side. Yeah, West Side of Chicago. Facing life in prison for four murders. 4 murders ranging from 2000 until 2003. And let me see if I even got their names here. But I know it's 4 of them, okay? Yeah, you got Willie Woods. You got Maximilian McDaniel, George King, you know, and Rudy Rangel. Yeah, Rangel. That's not including the extortion and racketeering that LeBar, Broman, Span has done. Just think of all the things that he done and didn't get caught with. And all of it was for the destruction of people that look just like him. Not too long ago, they got another gang leader over here, right on the west side of Chicago. You know, Kevin Tug Watson. Yeah, right off of Madison Street and Laverne over here. When he was shot and killed, set up, backdoored by his own people. I'm just saying. Now, for all of those that's in the nation, has the nation been good to you? Did the Four Corner Hustlers sell you the street life? Did the Four Corner Hustlers sell you the drug life? Did the Four Corner Hustlers sell you the pistol gangster life? I mean, gangster really don't have to be sold here. We're in the city of gangsters. Okay, Big Windy City. Gangsterism don't have to be sold too much. It comes automatic. Who we got out there? Good. God is great. 100. Garleshian. Shouts out to Garleshian. Shouts out to Key KERZZ, no cap 0927. Thank you for being here. Can't really pronounce who you are, but I gave you credit. I want to thank you for being here. I give everybody credit here that's in the chat room for being here because you could have been doing something else. Hey, Realist One in the building. What's up, Realist One? Hey. Young blood is in the building. Hey, if you all haven't checked out Realist One here on YOUTUBE, go over to that Young Blood's channel, okay? He has great information that you can also share and like, okay? And subscribe. I'm just saying. What I want for my brother, I want for myself. Okay? That's who I am. That's how I was taught. Everybody not cut from that type of cloth. Want for your brother what you want for yourself. And I want the Realist One to be successful like I'm going to be successful. 2026 is our year, bro. And if this is not your year and 2026 is not your year and you don't claim it, you don't deserve it. We're just saying. Shouts out to all of the content creators that's out there here on YOUTUBE. We appreciate you. We tip our hat to you and we thank you. But getting back to these foes, okay? To these gang bangers, right? Now, initially when gang banging first started, it was all for neighborhood protection. But they got into money and they opened up businesses back in the day. All gangs did, whether if it was Stones, GDs, BDs, CVL, foes. They all opened up businesses because they was receiving money from the government. But after a while, they became greedy and they became corrupt. Yeah. Just ask Hoover. Just ask Jeff Ford. Yeah, just ask them. Did they not become corrupt? Did they not sell death to our children? Did they not? You know, you have many people scream for their freedom. Many people scream, you know, free so-and-so. Let them loose. We need them on the street. They had their time in the street. And look at what they did with the power that they had on the street. They abused it. They abused it. Just like, you know, this four-corner hustler, one of the chiefs they got. Labar Broman Span. Yeah. 47 years old. Facing life in the feds. And they gonna get him too. Because he's already been indicted. You know when the feds get you, they got you. Just ask Diddy. When the feds got you, they got you. Ain't nothing you can do. They have a very low rate of losing. Okay? And they have a very low rate of anyone appealing their sentence. If you get out of a sentence in the feds, you're going to have to be pardoned by the president damn near, okay? So what should that tell you? And rightfully so, this gang chief who misled the youth and sold them death and destruction should get life in prison. Should get life in prison. And all of the people that he was extorting looked like him. See, this is what gets me, you know. If you're going to extort somebody, if you're going to mislead somebody, especially to death and mass destruction, why would you want it to be someone who looked like you? Why would you want to perpetrate that type of crime on someone who looked like you? Now I know you're saying like, Mo, you live in this utopia world. No, I don't. I live in the same world that you do. But we do not have to be savages in this world. We don't have to be savages in this world. You choose to be a savage. You choose to be an example of death and destruction. You choose that. I know that life lays a lot on you as a human being, especially the system we got going on. I think everybody's going through it right now. Everybody a little bit loony right now, okay? But needless to say, we don't have to make those death-defying moments whereas we are going on a killing spree. But that's how we're programmed, right? We're programmed. Isn't that right? LeBar Span, bro man. How many of y'all gangbang right now? How many GDs we got out there? How many foes we got out there? How many CVLs we got out there? How many, breeds we got out there? Anybody? Latin Kings, Spanish Cobras, Latin Jivers? Anybody? No, just like I said, it's a shame that we went from being neighborhood protectors, meaning gang members and social clubs, to now a stain and a threat in the very community in which we live in because we don't protect nothing. We just kill, kill, kill. There's no conflict resolution skills. Maybe because people are fed up mentally. This is what happens when you are under stress consistently every day. Many people here in the United States are under stressed, overworked, and underpaid. Would that be correct? Can anybody relate to me in the chat room about what I just said? If you can relate to me in the chat room, press that like button, press the subscribe button, hit that notification bell if you are overworked and underpaid and are fed up with just being broke. Anybody out there? I'm just saying, gratitude. Because that's where we at right now. The brink of destruction. And the people that's in power, they don't care. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. And we don't care about ourselves. Power to the people or power to the White House? Power to the people or power to the White House? Because these people control your lives. Now, a great example of that would be Netflix and Warner Brothers, right? Netflix and somebody trying to buy Warner Brothers. What does the president got to say about that? That's not nothing dealing with politics. That ain't dealing with healing the country, helping citizens of the country. That's TV. What does the president have to say anything about Netflix and I forgot whoever the other person was trying to buy Warner Brothers? What does Donald Trump has to say about that? Donald Trump talk about that fentanyl, he labeled it, made an executive order that it is a chemical of mass destruction. That's what he said. He said that fentanyl is of mass destruction. We getting back to the gangbangers in a minute. But since that I'm on this topic, that the way it's running, I'm just going to let it run, okay? But your president, Donald Trump, said that fentanyl is a weapon of mass destruction. And if you're going to get some TIME, a lot of it, a lot of slow time to give you a lot of time to think. Well, in the process of Donald Trump saying that fentanyl is a weapon of mass destruction, why didn't he say that cigarettes is a weapon of mass destruction? Cigarettes kill more people than fentanyl. Why don't he take that off the shelf? Alcohol is a weapon of mass destruction. It is worse than fentanyl. And it kills more people every year than fentanyl. In fact about it, cigarettes kill over 500,000 people here in the United States every year. Smoking, lung cancer. But they don't take it off the shelf, and it is a weapon of mass destruction. Donald Trump. So why don't you take that off the shelf? Why don't you take the alcohol off the shelf? Huh? Why don't you make it an executive order for anybody in the country who get caught with drugs, not weed now, because you got a lot of weed smokers out there. But weed is a plant and not a drug, okay? When I started smoking weed, I was smoking weed at 12. And it wasn't a drug. It didn't make me go crazy. like that lady did in Wisconsin. Did you all hear the story that took place in Wisconsin? The lady was smoking weed with her roommate or her friend, and she ended up shooting her. Y'all be careful of what y'all getting on your weed out there. Maybe they had fentanyl in it. Maybe they had some PCP on it. But I do know that there is no weed dispensaries in Wisconsin. Nope. People from Wisconsin have to go back over to Illinois to get weed. So I don't know if they got their weed from the streets on the north side of Wisconsin or what. Y'all know what I'm talking about. North side of Wisconsin. Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. I be all around. Just not Chicago. And the more you learn, the more you learn about people. The more you learn about people like LeBar, Bro Man, Span, and how to stay away from them. Now, many of you people grew up with people like Bro Man, gangbangers. All of us had some gangbanging in our family, okay? I'm not bucking no one for that. I'm not talking about trying to criticize anyone for that, because I myself had chiefs in my family and still got two more. And one of them just got killed last year. Yeah. Tremont, unknown vice lord, King, shot him dead on Chicago Avenue in Leamington, West Side Chicago, by his own guys. They set him up. His own right-hand men set him up. Dirty Hughes. Ain't that right, Derek? No, I'm sorry, Donnie. You used to have some twins, Donnie's and Derek's. Donnie is dead. Derek is still alive. Derek is dead and Donnie is still alive. I'm sorry. Derek is dead and Donnie is still alive. Now, these three came up together in the game. But he got backdoored by his own men. And people like LeBar, Broman, Broman Span was the type of man who would tell you to go kill your brother, to go hurt him for some turf benefit, for some drug benefit, for some racketeering benefit, for some extortion benefit. Yeah, I'm keeping it a buck. Yeah. Love, peace, truth, freedom, and justice. And we ain't talking about Islam, okay? Yeah. That's a whole nother topic with the gangbangers and religion. That's a whole nother topic that we'll get into at another time on another live. What does gang life do for you? Give you death, prison, and destruction. That's what gang life do for you. Just ask Bro Man himself. I'm glad they caught him. I'm glad he's incarcerated. I'm glad that they caught someone who's responsible for the madness that is going on in the streets of Chicago. I'm glad that he's apprehended. Aren't you? That makes the city of Chicago streets on the west side a little bit safer. Whether if you're in the Lawndale area, whether if you are in the LeClaire Court area, right off 44th and Cicero, 46th and Cicero. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Garfield area. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Lake and Cicero area. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Even when all of these big chiefs go away, somebody is always next in line to take their place, as if they're going to do a better job, as if their fate won't be the same. I'm just saying. It's a shame that some people don't learn from the mistakes and the bad fate of others whose dream that they love to chase. How about that? That's what I'm talking about. More likes than numbers. That's what's up. We got more likes than numbers in the building. And I thank you all. Who we got here? We got a lot of people out here. Roland Dietz, handsome dude. Dave088, I took some sub ox one because I was in a car accident, 18, and got addicted to pain pills. Oxycodons. Big Rafe TV. What's up, Big Rafe? FBI, cybersecurity. Damn, okay. What's up, man? Dave-O. Brandon Green Walt, 5376. What it is. Brandon. I'm smoking Newports 100 right now while I'm watching this video. Hey, man. I love you all out there, okay? I love all of you all out there for being here. I don't have to know you. I just like the idea, and I love you because you support this channel and you are participating in the chat section of this live. I appreciate that. I could not express myself in another way in regards to the joy that I feel that you all are participating and showing me love. 100. Excuse me for a minute here, okay? And like I said, if this is your first time watching the show, the channel, I ask that you share the information with relatives, friends, co-workers, anyone that you come into contact with. It is a magnificent way to jumpstart your conversation. Yeah. All of you out there gangbanging, taking people's lives, you all need to rethink your own lives. Rethink your own lives, even though I know that during this time of life, during this period of the century in which we're living, that many of you all are still going to keep your flag. You're going to still represent. You're going to still pledge your soul to a gang that don't give a dookie about you. That don't give a dookie about you. Y'all should think about that. Think about all of the bigwigs that have died that you've known that has been gangbangers. What was the end result? How many years was Minister in prison? Do y'all remember Lawrence C. back in the day? Do you remember AJ back in the day? Do you remember Cox back in the day? We're talking about foes. Well, Lawrence C. was a Cicero insane. AJ was a Cicero insane. But we're going to talk about Cox and Big Jim. Do you know them foes right there? We don't want to talk about a diary. Everybody knows a diary. Monroe Banks. But look what his fate was. You know what I'm saying? Look what Monroe Banks' fate was. Don't talk to me about gangbanging for real. Hey, I used to deal with a lot of gangbangers, especially when I had the Mo Show on Chicago Access Network. Yeah, my show was on TV. But not only in Chicago, it was also in New York, and it was in Wisconsin on television over 20 years ago. Yeah. That's before, you had the AI. Okay. That's before you had all of this software that came out and took jobs. Just like AI is taking jobs. Yeah. AI is taking your job. And according to Elon Musk, he said that AI is going to replace money. He said that your money would be no good at all. I remember one master teacher like Elijah Muhammad said that money would be worthless. It would be so worthless that men would be lighting their cigars with $100 bills. And look at the economy in which we're in now, and look at how we're living right now, and the strain that we must go under in order to live. What did Ozzy Osbourne say? Killing yourself to live. Killing yourself to live. Yeah, y'all remember that there? Snowblind, baby. Snowblind. Listen to all rhymes of all kind, all music, all genres. And believe it or not, even though Ozzy Osbourne was a devil worshiper, he was in tune. And he gave away a lot of science in his song. Lots of his songs. If it was no Ozzy Osbourne, Black Sabbath wouldn't even exist. When Ozzy Osbourne was kicked out of Black Sabbath, did you hear their albums afterwards? I'm just saying. But getting back to the subject at hand, getting back to the subject at hand, you don't want to be a gangbanger. You got people all over the internet. You got this one brother in New York that's asking people to drop their flag to stop gangbanging. What's that brother name? I forget that brother name. He's asking people to drop their flag. And he's receiving a lot of flack from it, but you know, it is what it is. You say, I hope that's not the real. Huh? You wearing contacts? No, I don't wear contacts, man. I don't wear contacts. Who we got? Who's that say that? Davo. No, I wear transitionals. You can't see it's transitionals right now because of the light. But check out, my upload that I did the other day. You see they transitionals. I wear transitionals, not contact lenses. Most men got to learn the hard way. It's sad that we got to learn the hard way out there, Davo. Sad that we got to learn the hard way because we don't. But because of pressure, peer pressure, peer pressure, peer pressure is the number one reason that people join gangs in the first place. And I don't care if it's a Chinese gang, a white gang, a Puerto Rican gang, a Venezuelan gang, a Guatemalan gang. It don't matter. Gang members recruit their members from peer pressure and influence. Anybody out there that gang banged? Anybody out there that are current gang bangers or know of gang bangers, family members that was influenced by other and older gang members? They were encouraged to do so. They were encouraged to exhibit the behavior, exhibit the disrespect, even unto their own parents. How many of y'all know people out there like that? We just saying. So all y'all out there gang banging, y'all need to stop that there. And cut off the fentanyl. Cut off the fentanyl. Cut off those Percocets, which killed Juice WRLD, along with those oxycodons and tramadols. Y'all cut that out too. Cut those pills out. And by the way, if you're living in Chicago, just for you all, keep a head up. And y'all like to hang out on Michigan Avenue. They are erecting a new Portillo's on Michigan Avenue. 300 North Michigan Avenue will be a new Portillo's. And if you are a fan of the Bears, when you go to the concession stand, it's ridiculous, $15 a beer, $20 for a chicken breast. How much for a beef hot dog? Hell, prices has gotten so bad that you had one fan who snuck in a gallon plastic bag that was full of spaghetti because he can't afford the concessions. That's right. You all know those Ziploc bags, the half-gallon bags and the gallon bags. Well, one of the fans came in with a gallon bag, a plastic bag, Ziploc bag full of spaghetti because they can't afford the concession stand prices anymore. That's outrageous and totally ridiculous. And I'm gonna tell you another thing that's ridiculous. All of these people that's out here dying. Now y'all gotta remember, I know a lot of people that's dead because I be doing reports on them like every day. But in the process of these people dying, you have to ask why. And in the process, you also have to be grateful that you're still alive and you were able to see those people in their prime and they died. Think about it. How many of y'all watch television? Like favorite television star. How many years have you been watching them? And where are you at today? While you've been watching them, look at what they've been doing and what you've been doing while you've been watching them. Yeah, y'all think about that. Yeah, it may not sound like it made sense, but it did. I'm just saying. And by the way, you all, if you all are into history, if you all are into traveling, go over to my other channel, MOPOWERZ here on YOUTUBE, and check out those audiobook series that we all have left for you, like Black Man of the Nile, Stolen Legacy, From Babylon to Timbuktu, The Demonology of King James, As a Man Thinketh, The Chronological Order from Alchemy to Wicca, The Message to the Black Man in America, The Destruction of Black Civilization, The Fall of America, The World's 16 Crucified Saviors, and the Miseducation of the Negro. Get yourself over there, MOPOWERZ, where we will take you to Washington State. Take that ride with us to Washington State. Take that ride with us to Florida. Take that ride with us to Vermont, Connecticut, Maine, Philadelphia. Oh, Philly. Get yourself over there and watch that videos that I left for you when we were in Philadelphia, when we were in DC at the White House, where I did a report right in front of the White House. And where I went to George Washington House, where he held all of the black slaves at. Go over to that channel, MOPOWERZ, if you're into history and into traveling. We're going to take you to North Dakota, South Dakota. We're going to take you to Kansas. We're going to take you to Minnesota. Take that ride with us over there, MOPOWERZ. And if you are into Chicago, old school hip hop, gangster rap, spoken word, R&B, independent movies, go to my other channel, THEMOSHOW Classics, all one word, no space, here on YOUTUBE, and find the likes of Dion Cole, Diane Corder, Reggie Reg, Quintella, Daryl Banks, Crucial Conflict, Twister, Shauna, Shari, Psychodrama, Drama Ward, Triple Darkness. Get yourself over there. Mano, Big Taz, Mecca, Affiliated Fellas, Official Business, High Pilot. Get yourself over there. THEMOSHOW Classics, all one word, no space, here on YOUTUBE. I got a fourth channel too, okay? I'm still working on that, but it's called Kung Fu Genius Space Kick Ass. We're going to remove those videos eventually and put something up on that channel that I can benefit from and you all can benefit from, okay? Because right now, ain't nobody benefiting from that channel, okay? We're going to have that information up there. I want to say this week. I really want to. But we got 4 channels out there. We got 4 channels out there. This channel, THEMOSHOW Chicago, Mo Powers, The Mo Show Classics, and Kung Fu Genius Space Kick Ass. And on your way out the door, make sure you hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, and the word all to help ensure that you get notifications when we upload videos here on YOUTUBE, and press those condiments to like and to share. Share the information with relatives, friends, co-workers, anyone that you come into contact with. It is a magnificent way to jumpstart your conversation. Thanks for viewing, you all. Peace out. Never ever give up on your DREAMS. Never. That's my time. See you tomorrow, you all.